Alright, so excuse me. I thought I'd make a reply, because while I enjoy the argument and I enjoy discussion about Yu-Gi-Oh, about what cards should be used, what cards should not be used, what we should and shouldn't see, what Konami's mistakes are, which tend to be a few, I have two things. First off, I have a problem with the Magician of Faith argument and how it's presented. I don't disagree that it could be very viable for Magician of Faith to come back. That'd be a very potent card, and you know what? Many people would use it. You know, there's no point, with a few exceptions, why you wouldn't use it. It's a good card. It's an awesome card. But I think the argument you're making is going about it the wrong way. You're thinking, well, what are the top decks right now? And would Magician of Faith work with those? While that's not a bad way of thinking, that's not the way you want to think about if a card comes back into the format. First off, we have a new set coming around the corner, so that's going to change the format. It always does. The top decks are not always going to be the top decks. And Magician of Faith coming back might make older decks or brand new decks viable. It may invalidate the current decks by itself. Now, the argument would be, well, how do you know that? It's just one card. It would be restricted to one card, obviously, even if it came back. What's the problem with that? Well, first off, there are plenty of decks that run off one card. And there are plenty of search mechanics to get out a card. And you know what? There are going to be more with more of the spellcaster stuff that's coming out. And there's a lot of search coming out. There's a lot of flip up face down that have always been in the game. Excuse me. I haven't put in the study of what you could do with Magician of Faith. I watched the video and immediately started making one of my own. So I don't have that knowledge. I can't think off the top of my head, okay, what would Magician of Faith work best in? And the truth is, it's not going to work best in a current deck. It would work best in a deck built because it's back. If Witch of the Black Forest came back, there'd be decks built specifically around it coming back. If Goyo Guardian, there'd be decks specified around that. You know, Thousand Eyed Restrict, same with that. Card Safe Return, same with that. Even if they were all restricted to one card per deck, there'd still be decks specified around that card, or decks that would be built because that card came out again, and those decks were now viable again. It's not so much will it work in a current deck, it's will it create a new deck, or a new series of decks, or a new busted combo, or something. That's how one should think when thinking about cards being restricted, semi-restricted, or banned, or a change-up of all three. The other point, or the other discussion I wanted to bring into this, was there are two cards that I know one will probably never hit format again. One maybe. And they both have some significance, at least to me personally. One card I'd like to see off the ban list, merely because it gives me fond memories, is Forceful Sentry. Because I remember way back when that first came out, and no one ran it. No one could see the potential in this one awesome card. You look at their hand, you throw it in the deck. Not everyone saw that, and it drove me crazy, and I ran it for so long, and was rather sad when it went away, because I loved that card. The card was great. But it went away, I'll never see the card again, but I miss it. The one I would like to see back, that actually has some possibility, not huge amounts, but is more possible than Forceful Sentry, is Crush Card Virus. Oh, how I would love to build a deck destruction deck with DDVs, with card destructions, with, oh god, I don't know, Vampire Ladies? Vampire Lady would work. Yeah. With card destructions, with other draw mechanics, other discard mechanics, I would love to build just a deck in hand destruction deck. But more than anything, I'd love to see Crush Card be able to play it, because we, the Americans, never had that opportunity. When Crush Card finally came out in America, it was banned. It was banned before we got a chance to play with it. Was it banned for the Japanese? No. They had it for a while. Hell, I had a Japanese version because I wanted the card to come out, and it didn't come out for so long. I had a Japanese version just because I wanted to play Crush Card. Did I ever get to use it? No. No one let me use it. But I have it, and I want to keep it because it's a Crush Card virus. So yeah, those are the 2 points I wanted to make. And I'm gonna make this a video response, and I would love to hear your comments back at me, or anyone else comments down below. Yeah.